So, do narcissists ever feel bad for what they do to you or what they put you through? Do they ever look back on their lives and be like, dang, I really was horrible to them. I should apologize. I feel really bad for what I did. Is that ever a thought that crosses the mind of a narcissist? That's what we're talking about today, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and we're going to break it down. You get an inside look at the mind of a narcissist. And today's holder is a green flag. So we're doing green flags today. Yesterday we had red flags. We had a caliper. We got little things right here, y'all. But this is what goes on. So do narcissists ever feel bad? Now, I got to preface this. I got to put out the warning. Warning. Do not go back to your ex, regardless of whatever Lee says in this video. Warning. Do not listen to Lee and think that he tells you that you should forgive your narcissistic ex, because they could feel bad for what they have done to you. Warning. Lee Hammock says do not go back to your ex based on this video alone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I had to put that out there. I had to put the warning out there because I know if I don't, there will inevitably be people that go back into toxicity because of videos like this. Because I'll do a video entitled, do narcissists ever feel bad? Right? Do narcissists ever feel bad for what they do? And y'all, some narcissists can. They can. Some narcissists absolutely can feel bad for the stuff that they put you through. Now, again, I said some. I would say some narcissists might feel bad or regret later on what they've done to you or what they put you through. There are some narcissists that could look back and be like, damn, I really did a number on them. I'm a bad person. But I said that some of them could feel bad. But that doesn't mean that they're going to change their behaviors. That's not what that means. That does not mean give them another chance. That does not mean that things are going to somehow get better. That's not what that means. It does not mean give this person another chance. Well, Lee said they could possibly feel bad, but I should reach out. Maybe they're waiting on me to reach out. No. Well, Lee, you sure, bro? You sure she don't want me to reach out? If she feel bad, man, I want her to know that I forgive her, and maybe we can talk. No. Mainly because, y'all, just because they feel bad doesn't mean that they're going to change their behaviors, right? Just because they feel bad doesn't mean that they actually have remorse or regret what they've done. Well, Lee, what the hell are you talking about? Let me tell you. Just bear with me right here, y'all. Just because a narcissistic person feels bad for what they've done to you does not mean that they're going to change their behaviors. Because y'all might have heard me say something similar to this before. Some narcissists do these mental gymnastics when they do feel bad. If they ever feel bad for what they do, some narcissists do these mental gymnastics in order to get rid of the guilt, in order to shake the guilt off, in order to just literally get rid of the guilt. They stop feeling bad. They do these mental gymnastics where they try to find a way to blame the other person for whatever has happened, to blame you for whatever you've been through. That's what happens here. They try to blame you for what has happened and what you've been through. They try to put it onto you so they don't feel bad for very long. They say, hey, this is your fault. Damn, I do feel bad. Dang, there was a bad thing that I did to this person. There was horrible of me to say this and horrible of me to do that. Dang. Here comes the mental gymnastics. The mind of a narcissist literally does a Simone Biles. What do you call it? A pommel horse? Not the pommel horse. What is that? The vault? A Biles 2. A Simone Biles 2. They do the double pike. Imagine a narcissist's mind feeling bad, and then it gets a running start and does the double pike, the Simone Biles 2, right? And it lands it perfectly. It's mental gymnastics. They find a way to blame you. Dang, I feel bad for cheating. I knew I was wrong when I was cheating on him. Damn, I feel like a horrible person. I'm such a bad person. But wait a minute, Biles 2. Wait a minute. I wouldn't have cheated if they would have just been screwing me, giving me the cheeks 10 times a week like I asked for. They only gave it to me 9.5. And the half is when I tapped out early. It's their fault. It really is. It's their fault I cheated. You see, the mental gymnastics will not allow a narcissist to sit in shame. This is why narcissists don't change, because they don't want to sit in the shame. I'll do a longer video on that right there, y'all. Y'all ever see me? I inspire myself to do a video. That's going to be another video coming up. Why narcissists don't change? Because why it's going to be like why they don't change. Don't change because narcissistic people don't want to sit in the shame. I'm going to do a longer video on that, but they don't want to sit with it. They can't sit with it. They don't want to. So if they start to feel bad and the shame starts creeping in, they do whatever it takes mentally to detach from that. They do whatever it takes emotionally to detach from whatever they have done to you or put you through. That's the mental gymnastics that narcissists do right there. That's the space that so many narcissists fall into right there. Literally right there. That's what happens. That's what they do. That's literally what happens and what goes on. So I say that to say this. As you're trying to heal and deal with a narcissistic person, a toxic person, I want you to understand that they're going to keep doing the exact same thing that they've always been doing. Just because they feel bad doesn't mean that they're going to change. That's not what that means at all. It just means they're going to keep doing the same things over and over again because they don't want to sit in the shame of what they've done. They don't want to sit and steeped in embarrassment or their feelings being hurt for what they've done to you, what they've put you through, what they've said to you. They don't want to sit with it. So if I don't want to sit with it, right? If I don't want to sit with what I've done to you, then you see how I would start to blame you for it. And if I blame you for it, that means I'll do it again eventually. Right? If I shake loose of what I've done, if I get rid of what I've done, then it allows me to escape how you feel. It allows me to escape what's going on with you. It allows me to get rid of that. Right? It allows me to escape and get rid of that, to get rid of you in these circumstances. That really is a big thing. That's why when you go back to a narcissist, it gets worse. They've already done the mental gymnastics to just say, hey, if it's so bad, why are you still here? If what I've done to you is if I'm such a horrible person, if I'm so bad to you, why are you still reaching out to me? Why are you answering my phone calls? Why are you texting me back? Why are you texting me first? Why are you reaching out to me first? If I'm so bad, why are you reaching out to me first? Make that make sense to me. We'll leave women because we love them. Look, y'all, sooner or later you're going to start. You're going to have to get to the point where you realize that love isn't enough. Because it damn sure ain't enough for a narcissist. You can love them to hell, to hell and back, and then to hell and back again, right? And they'll still be the same person because they don't want to sit in the shame. Me, because so many people want to compare their partner to me, their narcissistic ex to me. I'm willing to sit in the shame. I'm willing to admit that I've made an error, made a mistake. I'm willing to do that. This is taking 2 decades of practice, 2 decades of work, 10 years, like 8 years of therapy. I've been putting in the work. I'm willing to sit in the shame. I'm willing to admit I'm wrong. I have the ability to do that. Most narcissists don't have that ability to just be like, well, damn, I am wrong. Damn, I have done wrong. I didn't realize the mic was sitting there, y'all. Damn, I have done wrong. Damn, I can't believe I've done this. I can't believe this has happened. Yes, this is the mentality that a lot of narcissists face. It really is. So as you're trying to heal and grow, and after you've dealt with a narcissist for a long enough period of time, you'll start to understand like, damn, that is kind of crazy. They don't really feel bad. And even if they do, they'll rarely ever apologize. And even if they apologize, it won't be sincere. And it's a sincere apology. It requires them to admit what they've done wrong, right? You have to admit what you've done wrong. You have to actually experience some actual remorse, and then give me a game plan on how is this not going to happen again? What guarantees do I have that this just won't happen again in the future? How can you guarantee me that this won't just happen again? Like this won't pop up again? Guarantee me that. You can't. Most people can't. So when you're dealing with a narcissistic person, that's one thing you got to understand. They can't give you these guarantees. I'll promise to go to therapy. Then what leverage do you have to make sure that they go to therapy and they're open and honest with it? You see? So most of them don't feel bad. Like I said, I'll tell you how I feel bad sometimes, y'all. I have moments of feeling bad for stuff that I've done a long time ago. Like 20 years ago, I might have said something mean to someone, right? And it pops up in my head while I'm driving down the highway, and I'm like, damn, I cannot believe I said that. I'm so ashamed. The shame hits me 20 years later. But the mental gymnastics also started to kick in. My mind be like, well, no, it really wasn't your fault. You didn't do that. My mind, it's a bone biles too. Right? My mind will literally do mental gymnastics to the point where I'm just all crossed up. My mind has done it. My mind has done some damage. I'm losing my mind. I'm going crazy. And I find a way to blame the person for what happened to them 20 years ago. But because I've done so much work, when the mental gymnastics started to kick in, I take a deep breath and I realize they're like, okay, 20 years ago, I was a different person. I'm not a bad person right now. I've been doing work. I'm making up for my wrongdoings. I'm making up for my errors. I've stopped doing it. That's not me anymore. It allows me to sit with the shame and just to realize that, hey, this does not have to fully define who I am. That's why I'm able to sit with it, because I understand my old actions don't define who I am right now. Right? I help millions of people, literally millions of people on social media deal with narcissistic abuse, help them heal through my platforms overall, just my videos, but also through my one-on-one coaching. Through my own personal, my mentalhealness.net, my support group, the mental healers, right? My channel memberships. Y'all join the channel membership. My behind the scenes vlog. You see me talking to my kids. You see me dealing with my family and stuff like that. But behind the scenes vlogs and stuff, right? That's what I'm just talking about, y'all. This is the stuff that you have to understand how to deal with. Narcissistic people don't particularly feel very bad for what they've done to you or what they put you through. But that doesn't mean, like I said, that you should take them back if some of them do feel bad. I feel horrible for what I did to you. You don't just listen to this right here, y'all, and I'm going to be done. Let's just say they cheated on you, right? Because cheating is easy. Or let's say they hit you. Let's say they hit you. You don't think I feel bad for hitting you? You don't think I feel bad for two-piecing you in your mouth? Knocking your teeth out? You don't think I feel bad about that? You see, how does that sound? I feel bad for knocking your teeth out. But you shouldn't have pissed me off. You see what you did? You pissed me off. You know how to trigger my buttons. They will blame you for the stuff that they do. So even if they do feel bad, they won't sit with it. They won't sit in it. And if they do sit in it, they'll find a way to blame you for it, y'all. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for making it this far. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're creeping closer to 500K. Click one of the videos on the screen. One of these videos, YouTube say, hey, this video is perfect for you. Watch that video. Leave a like, leave a comment. Mentalhealness.net for everything else. And I'm out. Peace.